Listen, don't get me wrong. I'm glad to be getting out of here, but I can't furnish you personnel if I don't know the details of the job.
Well, I'll tell you what I want. When I want it.
Yeah. Do I at least get to know what the target is?
Not what. Who?
Hi.
You know, it's cleaner when the target is an inanimate object, like a briefcase or a building. It's the people that are troublesome. But that's the price of doing business.
Yeah, okay then. Who are you after?
I would like to discuss that in a more private spot.
You mean that spot you mentioned before, Windermere?
Oh, you were paying attention, bravo.
You're asking me to get you personnel. That implies that you expect opposition.
Well, there are several third parties involved that could be an impediment. One in particular. He's been hard to kill in the past. Now he's overdue.
Unless he gets to you first.
Oh, I can assure you. The main objective for me is to cheat death. Once again.
You know, if you plan to live through this, allow me to give you some free advice. Don't get cocky. You know, when people get overconfident, they make mistakes. I mean, look at me, for example. I survived for decades in New Orleans. How? By lying low.
Really? It's funny, when you said, look at me, all I could see were these bars. After all these decades of lying low, you still ended up at the mercy of Sonny Corinthos with no one to turn to but me.
Not necessarily.
Do you see anyone else? Or are you referring to the son you think that no one knows you have?
Whoever your father is, he can't have a word.
How is Joe the Third, or does he prefer Trey?
How the hell do you know about him?
Well, I make it a point to know everything there is to know about my would-be associates, inside and out.
I'll get you the people you need, but I don't want my boy anywhere near this. If Trey gets hurt...
Do what I ask in a timely manner, and your son will not be involved. But if you're so concerned about your boy's safety, advise him to stay clear of Sonny Corinthos.
Trey's in no danger from Sonny.
I take it you're relying on Trey's relationship with Sonny's daughter, Christina, to ease the way.
She's part of it.
I wonder, does your son have any idea to the extent of which you're using him? And how far you'll go to destroy all things Corinthos? Wait, are you certain it's wise to leave your son in the proximity of Sonny Corinthos? He has a notoriously short temper. Although he insists that he doesn't target children, your son Trey's hardly a toddler.
You take care of your business, Jerry. I'll take care of mine.
Unfortunately, our businesses will dovetail quite nicely.
I wouldn't know, considering you've not told me a single thing about what you're doing.
Well, you agreed to provide me with a team of professionals.
Can't make the arrangements if I'm stuck in here.
It's your lucky day, Scully. You're getting out.
You were saying? Isn't it convenient? You're being released on the very day that I'm here to provide transportation. Fantastic.
You can get changed while they're finalizing your paperwork.
Congratulations on your impending freedom.
Thanks. You know, it's amazing how fast this all happened once you got involved.
I know, but I had incentive. In this case, time really is money.
Yeah, it's that kind of place?
Yeah, never know with this place.
You got keys?
My sister was married to Nicholas Cassadine.
You probably know your way around the place pretty good then.
Yeah, somewhat.
Just would have brought a six-pack, you'd be a decent fella. So what do we know so far? Huh? Alexis Davis, she gets a call telling her to do a walkthrough after a break-in, except there was no break-in and the security company's got no record of the call.
Somebody wanted Alexis out here.
Exactly. But who?
All right, from what Sam said, Alexis passed out in this room.
So how do Alexis and Jocelyn contract the same disease at the same time on opposite sides of the town?
I don't know, but I don't believe for a second that Jocelyn left the house on her own.
Agreed. So someone broke into Carly's house and they took Jocelyn. The question is, what was the point?
You first.
Well, I got a call from the security company. Said there was some kind of break-in. I've got some stuff in storage here, and I just wanted to check if anything was missing. Is that what you guys are doing here?
Oh, it's a little more complicated than that, Doc. Alexis Davis got a similar call last night. She came out here and had a seizure. Had another one again this morning.
Really? Is she going to be all right?
She's been admitted to the hospital.
So is a little girl named Jocelyn
They have the
Jackson.
same symptoms.
What about you, Dr. Keenan? You feeling sick? Seriously, Dr. Keenan, I asked how you're feeling.
No, I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be?
Whatever led to Alexis and Jocelyn's hospitalization might have originated right here.
But how would I have caught it? I haven't been here in months.
Well, you and Alexis both got calls from the security company, right?
Right.
Well, the calls were bogus. There was no alarm tripped. The security company confirmed that they never made those calls.
Well, wait, I'm not sure I quite follow you.
Well, what's the point of having all those diplomas, Doc? I mean, obviously someone tried to lure Alexis here. Since you got a call, they were trying to lure you here, too. Do you have any idea who would want to do that? Hey, come on, Doc, concentrate here, all right? Can you think of anyone that would want to get you and Alexis to the island?
No, not that I can think of.
No. All right. Well, hey, why didn't you come out here last night when you first got the call?
Well, I actually didn't check the message until the morning.
You mind if I borrow your phone?
Sure. But the message is on my office line.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I'm sure the PCPD can send someone over to trace it.
Sure. Just curious, why do you think that whoever lured Alexis out here would be connected to her illness?
We're looking for any possible link between Jocelyn and Alexis.
Well, certainly Jocelyn couldn't have got a call and asked to come out.
Jocelyn doesn't have a phone.
She's just a little girl.
You're right. Look, I hope you figure out what's going on. If you'll excuse me.
Hey, Doc. You're looking a little woozy, you know? You start coming down with something. You make sure you get yourself to the ER.
Of course, yeah. I'll actually head over there now and see if I can be of help.
Kind of a nervous fellow.
I'd say.
Makes me think he's hiding something.
What?
You said they'd be all right.
Calm down.
I won't calm down. Jocelyn and Alexis are in hospital because of you, and you need to tell me what you did to them before it's too late. Just tell me what you did to Alexis and Jocelyn so I can help them.
They're not your concern.
They are my concern. I'm your accomplice.
It's a great comfort to you that the ultimate responsibility will be mine.
Please, I just want to help them.
I assure you I'm monitoring the situation.
Are you monitoring what's going on at Windermere? Jason Morgan is here with the police. And they know Alexis was lured here last night. And, soon enough they'll know everything else.
So what kind of personal items you think the doc left behind? Couldn't have been real important, considering he rushed off like that, didn't even bother to check on them. You notice how he wasn't real concerned when he found out the calls from the security company were bogus?
Because he's lying.
Of course he's lying. Question is, why is he lying? We need to find out what the doc's hiding and how does it relate to Jocelyn and Alexis.
I didn't anticipate that Jason would put the pieces together so quickly. What did you say when he confronted you?
No, the cop did all the talking. Jason barely spoke.
And I hope you followed his example and kept your mouth shut.
Well, that might have been a little suspicious, don't you think?
Lose the attitude and tell me exactly what you said.
I told them that I'd had some things in storage out here and that I'd received the same phone call Alexis did about the break-in.
Idiot. Did it occur to you that they could trace you?
Well, maybe you should have thought of that first before you lured Alexis out here in the first place.
I don't have time for regrets. I may have to speed up my timetable.
The hell with your timetable. I'm going to the hospital right now and I'll find out what you did to Jocelyn and Alexis. And I'll reverse it.
That would be extremely unwise. Not to mention very futile.
How long since this place has been occupied?
Nicholas has been gone for more than a year, and Keenan moved out a few months ago.
Doesn't exactly feel abandoned, does it? I mean, either these people have a world-class caretaker or someone else has been here.
Let's start looking around.
Yeah. Then again, it could be disease central. It might be nice if we had a doctor with us, a real doctor before we go any further.
You want to call the CDC?
That's a good call. Might take them a little long to get here. I'd settle for anyone you knew in Port Charles that's good with contaminants and biohazards. You know any? Excuse me. McBain.
That's it.
All right, I'm on my way. That was Atlantic City District Attorney. Someone is pressing for a hearing to arrange for Joe Scully's release.
So you knew there was a chance this could happen?
Yeah, I did. The alternative was let Sonny blow his brains out.
That would have been justice.
But it would have got all over my new suit. And that's not justice. That's murder. Look, if there's a virus here, we should come back with professionals, you guys with masks and stuff like that. And quite frankly, the Atlantic City DA, they need me there about 10 minutes ago. Can you take me back to the mainland?
You can't swim?
Let's go. Need to see Joe Scully Jr.
He and his buddy just left.
On his way to the hearing?
Got a straight release.
On a murder rap. How the hell does that happen?
Tell me about it. Scully's friend walks right in here, and before you know it, the guy's walking Scully right out. Free as a bird.
It's atmospheric, I'll give you that much.
Why don't you take a few choice pieces for your little shop in New Orleans?
God, I wouldn't mind taking a commission on most of these items. It's French, hand-carved from the Russian Imperial Market. It's hard to believe someone's just letting it sit here.
Yes, and Nicholas Cassadine was always careless about his possessions.
Yeah, speaking of careless, aren't you worried that Jason Morgan will be back?
Oh, I take it you're acquainted with Mr. Morgan?
Oh, he burst into my shop in New Orleans, gunned down two of my best people before they even had a chance to line up their shots.
But I have to admit, Jason Morgan is quite an efficient killer.
Yeah, well, this is a good place to drop us both. You know, no witnesses, and the harbor's right there to get rid of the bodies.
Well, you know, that had occurred to me, but we'll only be there long enough to finalize the arrangements.
Arrangements for what? Exactly.
All right. See for yourself.
What do you plan to do with those?
Something very necessary.
Oh, come on, Jerry, enough with the riddles. You know, you got me out of lockup, many thanks. I agreed to get you a support team. They're on their way. Why don't you tell me what the hell it is they're expected to do?
What I tell them to do.
Yeah, I got that part too. You know, I thought the whole point of being out here was so that you could speak freely.
Well, you see, the main reason I chose this location is because of its owner. He's living abroad and his aunt is taking care of the place, which is why it was so simple to lure her here.
Yeah, lucky gal, huh?
Yes, I don't believe you've heard of the lady in question, but you know of her. Your son's dating her daughter.
Christina? You talking about her mother?
Yes, Alexis Davis, a wonderful woman, as I'm sure her daughters would agree. In layman's terms, I gave Alexis and my niece a dangerously high fever. The kind that could kill someone.
Well, don't leave me in suspense. Are they gonna die or not? If your niece and Alexis Davis are dead, just say it.
Oh, quite the contrary. I never do anything to harm my niece. I love that child.
Jocelyn?
Buddy, I'm thirsty.
You're thirsty. You're thirsty.
By now, her fever must have broken. Jocelyn must be out of the woods. As it turns out, I'm also quite fond of Alexis as well.
Mom? Can you hear us? We're all here. Sam, Molly, and Christina.
Is there a reason that you think I wouldn't know your names?
Alexis and Jocelyn's fever broke. They're stabilizing. They're gonna be okay. Oh my God.
Imagine their loved ones are currently celebrating. Hugs and kisses all around. I do feel badly that Alexis and Jocelyn endured a day of suffering. But it was necessary to keep them safe.
Don't you ever scare us like that again.
And now they will be. What I gave them last night was an inoculation. A vaccination of sorts. Or as I prefer to call it, protection.
Protection from what?
What I'm about to unleash on everyone else in Port Charles.